Another day on my feet.
I've been specially posted to the headmaster's office.
The disappearances are troubling, but I'm sure it will all be resolved soon.
Headmaster Archer, there have been some strange rumors regarding your conduct towards students. We're sure this is only idle gossip, but Tarsus must also urge you to police your behavior so that we may remain above reproach or suspicion.
This is Headmaster Archer's office. Are you the specialist? We've been waiting for hours for someone to solve the Greasel situation.
Sorry, I'm not your exterminator. What's going on?
They had some Greasels in the lab for class and they got loose. Surprise! Those things aren't pet hamsters. Anyway, there's some expensive equipment in there apparently. Some biomod stuff, I think. So they want the situation resolved quickly.
Why don't you take care of it?
Not in my job description. Tell you what, since it looks like the specialist is a no-show, I'll give you his fee if you take care of the job. And I'll look the other way if some of the science stuff disappears. A Greasel must have eaten it, you know?
I'll think about it.
Here's the code to the lab. Just check back in with me when the job's done and I'll give you your pay.
The headmaster has this bizarre secret office with files on all the students and communications with someone outside Tarsus. The information he's collecting seems suspicious. I do not think that it's legal for him to be sending that outside the school either.
Why are you hiding out back here?
I'm not answering any questions until you tell me who you are.
Moschini Nassif asked me to look for his daughter, Eva. He's very worried. Is that you?
Okay, I'm Eva, and people should be worried. We were poking around the headmaster's office one day and found this secret room. From the looks of it, he's plotting something horrible for some of the students here.
How can you be sure? What did you see?
Something to do with purification. Some group called the Templars. I couldn't make sense of it, but I'm fairly certain that he didn't mean expulsion when he mentioned terminating students. You can see for yourself.
Where is it?
The vent high on the wall leads to it, but there is a spider web keeping vermin out of the ventilation system. Or you could go through that opening in the floor to the maintenance tunnels. At the end, past the boilers, there is a ladder to the secret office. There is some serious climbing and jumping, though, and only the girls in gymnastics have been able to do it. The code to the room is 9133.
Thanks for the tip. It sounds like you got yourself to safety just in time.
For the time being, at least, I'm going to stay hidden until I'm sure it's safe out there, and just hope he doesn't find us. Please do something. Tell the authorities or stop Archer yourself. We can't. I hope the headmaster doesn't find out about this place. Archer has to be stopped, but we are just kids. I'm not sure, but I think we are in real danger. I hope someone does something before it's too late. I'm going to run for it!
Anomaly reporting intrusion. Tracking infrared disturbance.
Excellent work as usual, Lieutenant Archer. You will be pleased to hear in turn that we have seized the Apostle Corps facility. It was right under our noses on level 108. Transmitting the suite's soft key ID so that you can join us at your leisure.
This school was once an Apostle Corps operation. The Knights Templar must have penetrated their organization some time ago. An interesting discovery, but one of secondary concern now that we already know the location of the secret Apostle Corps facility.
Anomaly detected. Reporting intrusion. Identified.
Excellent work as usual, Lieutenant Archer. You will be pleased to hear in turn that we have seized the Apostle Corps facility. It was right under our noses on level 108. Transmitting the suite's soft key ID so that you can join us at your leisure.
This school was once an Apostle Corps operation. The Knights Templar must have penetrated their organization some time ago. An interesting discovery, but one of secondary concern now that we already know the location of the secret Apostle Corps facility.
Repairing damage. Functionality restored. Initiating repairs. Repairs complete.
What's that?
Just
Hello?
go.
You're dead, freak! Now!
I hope you find solace.
Is there anything else you need?
Oh, come off it. I know your secret, and I'm not going to let you get away with this.
You may have a few pieces, but I doubt you can see the whole picture.
I know enough. You're on assignment from the Templars to purify this school, you monster.
What's really monstrous is the way these children are being hopelessly polluted. We can't allow humanity to damage itself like this.
So instead you neutralize the children yourself, rather than let them be polluted?
So much is at stake that a few sacrifices are more than acceptable. We're talking about the survival of a pure human race. Someday we'll see that our cause is just. For now, there's nothing you can do for these students. It's too late.
That's what you think.
I can't take any more!
I'm going to run for it!
Clearly me.
You're gonna regret it. I'm gonna throw one!
Got me! Oh, God!
I'm going to run!
A body? A corpse? Damn! Oh, jeez! Not.
Quarterly gymnasium equipment requests are due at the end of the month. Be sure to submit the proper forms, or else we will not be able to fulfill your requisitions until next quarter.
I can hardly believe it is true. The headmaster was plotting against us.
That's strange.
People should trust Tarsus. We're the best for a
Going to
reason.
run for it!
Don't hurt me!
Turn back. Unauthorized personnel considered to be hostile. This area is protected.
Now it's personal. Come on, take it.
Enemy.
Is someone there?
Turn back. Unauthorized personnel presumed to be hostile. This area is protected. Turn back. Unauthorized personnel presumed to be hostile. This area is protected. You have been identified as a threat. Access denied. Beware. Automated security in place. Damage sustained. System damage manageable. Continuing. System disruptions. Damage severe. Engaging auxiliary components. Threat is system disruption significant. Mechanical vulnerability high. System surveillance. Mechanical.
I wish I knew what was going on. Like this. Too dangerous to talk. At least all this has kept school interesting for the past few days.
Guess I better check with it. Oh boy, here we go. Damn. Oh.
Tracking infrared disturbance.
We're in danger!
In good time, friend.
My associate will answer your questions.
I'm showing another entry for Alex D in the crime database.
What for?
You're listed as the investigator who opened a criminal probe into Tarsus Academy.
I investigated the school, but I didn't know I was part of an official operation.
The Knights Templar have found recruits in strange places. The Enclaves are very concerned about tracking their activities.
And mine too, apparently.
The WTO's surveillance policies are spelled out in the charter. In case you have any questions, please report your findings on Tarsus to the local SSC office located on level 108. They're authorized to disperse a reward. You're one of my favorite fans, Alex. I'm ready to listen anytime you have something on your mind.
I hate to say it, but I think she's leaning towards a Queequeg's endorsement.
Quit playing games. Queequegs? That flavorless brown slop? She just ordered a tall pecorino from me.
I think it's a done deal. Sorry, I probably shouldn't say any more since the papers haven't been signed.
A bad career move for NG, if you ask me.
So, the little brat put you up to this.
I don't understand.
Don't play dumb. I just got fired for taking a bribe. How do you think that happened?
Sorry to hear that.
Miss Cutie Pie gave me 10 minutes to clear out. She had my WTO citizenship revoked too. Just like that. I'm ruined. Damn you mercenaries. You haven't seen the last of me. I think we're through here.
This is your last warning.
Stop acting like a freak.
come on, I don't need this today. That's enough. I'm leaving.
Bombs away!
Too late. Now I am mad. Better believe it.
There we go.
That's someone. You're gonna get it.
Run for it! I'm going to run for it!
That's. Guess
What's
I better
that?
check this
I'm
out.
going to run for it! I'm going to run for it! I'm going to run for it!
Anomaly detected.
I'm going to run for it! I'm going to run for it!
How's it going?
Likewise, friend.
What for?
You're listed as the
I investigated the
Knights Templar.
And-
The W.
Just let me know if you hear any news about you-know-what.
I hate to say it, but I think she's leaning towards a Queequeg's endorsement.
Quit playing games.
I think it's a...
So, the little brat put...
I don't understand.
Don't play dumb.
Sorry to hear it.
Miss Cutie Pie gave me 10... You haven't seen the last of me. I think we're through here.
Initiating repairs. Finished.
Step over to one of the flight bay windows. Look at that wasteland. Imagine if you were responsible for rebuilding an economic system to accommodate a planet full of beggars. Not as simple as it might seem to people on the outside. I believe we're through. Goodbye.
always hanging me out to dry.
The mosque is a weapons...
Okay.
Thank you for your compliance with these regulations. You may enter. If you're ready to head out, just exit the area.
No more congestion, no more fatigue. Use Vitatech Cure 11.
Hey, Chicago, great tip. I let him close in and then BAM! Dropped every last one.
Glad I could help.
Hey, I don't have much in the way of a reward, but this showdown just got me a big bonus and put me in tight with the Omar. You're welcome to half. Plus, I'll throw in a little extra since you've made your own contribution to the Templar body count. Good work.
Thanks. I'm just glad things are working out for you. Keep your head down.
You don't have to worry about Leo Jankowski. The Omar are safe. Thanks for the tip. This gig is working out. One thing I can't stand is one human being who hates another human being. Know what I mean? One thing I can't stand is one human being who hates another human being. Know what I mean?
Would you like to make a purchase?
No thanks.
As you wish.
None of that activity, please.
Would you like to make a purchase?
No thanks.
As you wish.
The Omar are safe. Thanks for the tip.
You owe it to yourself and your family to purchase the only real Plague 11 fuel. If only I could get away from all this. I just know I could be a pro.
I looked around the school. Your daughter had a close call, but she's fine. The new headmaster was working for the Templars, some sort of plot to murder the most talented students and their families. I killed him.
Are you sure he was going to murder the children?
I'm certain. Fortunately, I got there in time.
Order be praised. My Eva is safe. Here, no arguing. Take a reward. Money means nothing to me anymore. I bet we're being targeted by the WTO. They would love to see the greenhouse fail. I just hope Eva's safe. They came in the night. I couldn't see their faces. El Garay, my brother.
Why struggle with breathers when simply drinking this tonic can counter all of the anion effects?
Hi.
Hi.
Miss Withers gave me a call. Thank you so much. You did it!
Everything is arranged. Pretty soon, screaming kids will be lined up around the block.
I owe you my life. My career is saved. Let me show you those weapon mods I was talking about. An ammo scavenger, a fragmentary rounds mod, and a glass destabilizer. I got them off an Omar who was crucified at the end of the street. Gruesome scene. The work of the Templars, I'm sure.
Thanks, I'll take the ammo scavenger.
My pleasure. I can't wait to see the faces of those self-satisfied arcology thieves when Pequot shuts down, and I take over the coffee shop on level 107. We just need a foothold in the enclaves. Once they get a taste of all-natural coffee, they will never go back. I hope you don't mind if I take credit for this. It could put me in line for a VP position. Thank you. Thank you again.
There were some murders here last night. It's only fair that I warned. Hi.
Just taking a break.
Take me to Trier, Germany.
What's in Trier?
I'm looking for somebody. That's all you need to know.
What's the name? I've been to Trier many times.
Wouldn't be wise for me to discuss it. Let's go.
As you wish. How fortunate that we found each other. We both lost someone, but now, with each other's help, maybe our luck will change.
I heard that some of the striking workers broke into a meeting and kidnapped Her Holiness. Can you believe it?
This is SSC headquarters for Trier.
Good luck with your search. Whenever I'm looking for someone in Trier, I start at the Nine Worlds Tavern on the west side of the city. Your odyssey is beginning to intrigue me, Alex.
Sorry, no access to the Black Gate without the proper clearance.
Is something going on?
Nah, it's just another part of the citywide lockdown, along with the curfews, to try to regain control after the riots broke out at Panzerworks.
How can I get the clearance to other parts of Trier?
Wish I could help. If you have a problem with the new policies, talk to someone at the SSC station across the square. No one's allowed past this point without the proper soft key ID. Sorry, no exceptions. I can't let anyone pass without the security clearance.
Headquarters made it clear. No exceptions.
After all the equipment they wrecked and stole in the name of preserving the natural order, I do not understand why the WTO would agree to a summit with these freaks.
The order is not so aggressive in other cities. This Saman just went extreme on them.
That is why we had to do something. The summit is useless. We need to chase them out of Trier entirely.
I hope it doesn't come to that, but yes, I am tired of paying for their crimes. Every time they mess with the plant, it comes out of my paycheck.
The order. Tree-hugging pansies.
Those order freaks should just shut up and get real jobs. I have heard rumors Her Holiness has special powers. That has to be a myth.
They never should have messed with us.
of the WTO here. I don't think you'll find your Apostle Corps official out sightseeing at the Black Gate ruins, which is where the sewer leads. That's right, I've been following your progress. It would be a shame to lose you to a pack of sewer greasels.
Scheduled for elimination.
Strange. This building stands at the site of Montenegro. Your time on this earth is limited. City Hall from Roman times. About all we know is that the facility underground is not a museum. The Legion is Westport.
Your time on this earth is limited, freak.
Processing anomaly. Likely intrusion. Threat detected. Target analyzing system.
Oh man, you're taking on the Templars? Toward purity!
Analyzing evasive tactic.
We'll keep this area secure.
Target occluded.
stands on the site of the Porta Negra, or Black Gate. The ruins are the old city wall from Roman times. About all we know is that the facility underground is not a museum. You'll need to discover the security code to the elevator before you'll be able to investigate it for us. Try the Nine Worlds Tavern in Central Trier. Maybe one of the locals knows something about this place.
Checking this out.
You'll contaminate humanity.
What's that I hear? Is someone there?
Stands on the site of the Porta Negra, or Black Gate. The ruins are the old city wall from Roman times. About all we know is that the facility underground is not a museum. You'll need to discover the security code to the elevator before you'll be able to investigate it for us. Try the Nine Worlds Tavern in Central Trier. Maybe one of the locals knows something about this place.
That's a strange sound. I will keep this area secure. Your purity will prevent. May you rest in peace. Baphomet, guide me into battle. Another one falls to...
Calm down, infidel.
Another Templar!
Someday the killing...
By sight!
So this is the one that did it.
Whoever was making that noise seems to have slipped away.
Your turn to die.
I'll be happy when this is all over.
So we've got to find those Omar and eliminate them. How dare they?
Hello?
Someone there?
You will contaminate human... I will keep this area secure. Purity will prevail. Your time on this earth is limited, freak. I'm certain it's nothing we can't handle. Poseidon! You can't sneak up! I will keep this area secure. I've still got some fun.
threat identified. System damage manageable. Continuing. System disruption significant. System failing.
The latest in our ongoing coverage of the missing persons reports at the Tarsus Academy in New Cairo. The headmaster, Silas Archer, has turned up dead. SSC authorities are not sure whether his death is linked to the recent disappearances of a handful of students. The investigation continues.
Those order freaks should just shut up and get real jobs.
How is it going?
Hello?
So you can hire that right?
Hey, I'm looking for the Nine Worlds Tavern. Can you give me directions?
You are lost, my friend. The tavern's clear on the other side of town to the west.
Thanks. I suppose this summit meeting must be good for business.
It's a shameful distraction. A bunch of potentates whining and dining, plus they bring in their own coffee.
What about the press? The added security?
A big show to distract everyone from the fact that the system is broken. Both the Order and WTO. I filed a lawsuit under both jurisdictions, and all it's done is sit in a drawer somewhere.
Who are you suing?
Pequods. They run ads on the public terminal right across the street from my shop, and they don't even have a branch in Trier.
Is that illegal?
It's false advertising if the product doesn't exist, right? I would very much like to see the file they have in the evidence room at the SSC station. The suit was dismissed, but they won't tell me why. Oh, what I'd pay to know what's really going on. I really hate are the negative ads, where they say Queequegs exploits workers and has germs in its product. I tried to get corporate headquarters interested. What do you think happened? Show me an executive with backbone and I'll show you an Omar with a personality.
I have to live under curfew because a bunch of tree huggers will not leave the boat factory alone.
I heard that the summit has been delayed.
Sorry, I had some business to take care of in Trier.
Just don't stand me up again. It's not very nice. So, you must be here for the summit.
In a manner of speaking.
Coy boy, what's the matter? Don't like talking politics?
There are some things I like to keep my own counsel about.
Let's hang out again sometime. I never get tired of talking to my fans.
You must be private security for one of the factions.
Not exactly. Who wants to know?
Name's David Kurzek. These are dangerous times.
Is this a sales pitch? Why don't you get to the punchline?
I think we both know what we're talking about. I'm a representative of the Omar black market. I can arrange a meeting if you wish.
I didn't know the Omar employed non-cyborgs.
Normally I'm just a supplier, but with the summit happening, they need a rep who doesn't draw a lot of attention. Go to the abandoned Kuro shop above the Nine Worlds Tavern, a place called Derbilatenda Raba. I'll let the Omar know they should expect a customer. He's not my partner anymore. We ran arms for a while, but then the Omar made a better offer.
I heard that the Omar put out a contract on him.
The Omar have a way of either absorbing or eliminating the competition. O'Rourke was dipping from the Emperor's well, or maybe I'd have brought him along. You're either on the team, or you're off the team. Know what I mean?
Sure.
The Omar moved into Trier a few months ago. I knew I had to adapt or get out of town. When the Omar set their eyes on a particular market, they don't leave you much choice. I'm a businessman. I know how to make tough decisions.
I'm gonna take care of this. This has got to stop.
Nothing to worry about now.
What I really hate are the negative ads, where they say Queequegs exploits workers and has germs in its product.
How is it going?
Yes. How are you?
Crazy to take this job. No one's allowed past this point without the proper soft key ID.
This is SSC headquarters for Trier.
If anybody screwed up today, it was us. Security. It's pretty exciting being a part of history. Maybe that had some of us distracted earlier. I just hope we can find a way to salvage this summit and get the two sides talking again. Okay, enough staring. Nobody ever listens to me, but I think the WTO and Order should team up. You know, one side handles business, the other side self-help. There's nothing in the WTO charter against religion. No reason you can't believe in Her Holiness and still hold down a decent job. Whatever lights your fire.
The commander can answer your questions. No distractions, please.
Name and business, please.
Alex D. Who are you?
Vera Maxwell, Executive Commander for the SSC.
For Trier?
No, globally. We're taking these summit preparations very seriously. You and the other delegates will be able to conduct your business without any distractions.
Are the leaders planning to hold a press conference or anything?
Not today, but Chairman Dumier would like to speak with you. He's in the interrogation room upstairs. Don't worry, no one's going to get interrogated. Just a safety precaution. Mr. Dumier will remain in the protected compartment for his own safety. It's true that SSC's performance so far has been less than adequate. This kidnapping has had a grave effect on Chairman Dumier. It's a powerful thing seeing a great leader stand there speechless. He was utterly shaken by the news. I had some of my best people guarding Her Holiness. I don't know what could have happened. An investigation is underway, but it's been difficult. None of my people made it back alive. We lost WTO Security Chief Donna Morgan today, too. This will probably cost me my job, but I'm going to do my best to get Her Holiness back. If you'll excuse me now, I have work to do. Hey, what's the idea?
Until further notice, Mr. Dumier will conduct business only from behind a secure barrier. Fair warning, we're all a little on edge. The SSC station is under high alert. They caught us with our guard down. It won't happen again. No one saw a thing. I think the kidnapping was an inside job. Until further notice, Mr. Dumier will conduct business only from behind a secure barrier.
I heard about you guys. Some sort of special ops unit, I guess. Guess you're probably here to deal with the hostage situation.
I just wanted to give those order freaks what they deserve. They wreck our factory and I'm the one who gets locked up. I was just trying to make it safe to work at Panzerwerks again.
No one saw a thing. I think the kidnapping was an inside job.
Tria is your home. Surely you must have some insight into why they would kidnap your lady, Her Holiness. She is practically a patron saint in this district.
Indeed. The people here are very devout.
Was it the strikers? The Panzerwerks Union? I thought they were friends of the church.
I'm afraid that in Trier, even the most faithful are less than pleased by the appearance of their spiritual leader partnering with the WTO.
Your followers must understand the need for dialogue.
I've done my best to explain this summit to them. Frankly, it seems unlikely even to me that the church followers will ever countenance the closed, monolithic communities of the WTO. But I suppose that's a matter for the wise discretion of Her Holiness.
Yes, it is. If she is still alive.
Let's pray that she is.
I appreciate your candor, Luminon. Now, if you'll excuse me. Alex, let's talk. Meet me at the visitation room down the hall.
They caught us with our guard down. It won't happen again.
Hello there. Alex, from the Tarsus program, right? Good work on the interrogation of Dr. Nassif in Cairo. Teleportation, is it? Apostle Corps must have a line on some alien technology.
It does sound a little far-fetched.
Well, if we're lucky, you'll be giving the portal a test drive before too long. Good to have you with us. I had my staff procure this extra biomod canister so that you might be a more effective operative.
Thanks. Apostle Corps must be a pretty serious threat to be a concern to the director of the WTO.
I've been following the Apostle Corps investigation very closely. Your loyalty in this matter would be a great asset. However, we have a more pressing crisis. Her Holiness is missing, along with my security chief, Donna Morgan. I can't be distracted right now.
Anything I can do to help?
You came to Trier looking for a certain Apostle Corps official. I need you to stay focused on that objective for right now. If I find out that one of these strikers from Panzerworks hurt Her Holiness, though, I might have a slightly more dangerous assignment for you.
I understand.
If anything happens to Her Holiness, I don't want to imagine what will become of the older Church. Whatever its shortcomings, the Church has at least brought stability to a large part of the world. I was the one who convinced her it was time for a summit. Ultimately, I'm to blame. They better not hurt that woman, mark my words. They better not hurt that woman, mark my words.
I don't know why they haven't sent...
Fair warning, we're all a little on edge. The SSC station is under high alert.
Please carry on with your business.
The important thing is to rebuild. Then we can stop fixating on the collapse and get back to normal lives.
Please, I'm SSC. We're responsible for security during the summit.
Headquarters made it clear. No exceptions.
No one's allowed past this point without the proper soft key ID.
You should never have jammed those actuators at Panzerworks and stolen that shipment of welders. Now you will pay.
I keep telling you, we stole nothing.
How stupid do you think we are? Every day we hear the order accuse Panzerworks of poisoning the river.
We never stole from you. We only employed the necessary tactics to stop you from harming the natural order.
Enough of this garbage. We know what you did, and now you are going to regret it.
What's going on?
Here we go.
Lucky shot. That's right. I don't take any chances. You're going down.
Now is not a good time for a chat.
Oh? Something's going on.
Step out where I can see you clearly. I wish the violence could have been avoided. Thank you for saving me.
Trier's just been a circus lately.
I heard that some of the striking work.
Panzerworks finally reached their breaking point.
Smart decision, man. Her Holiness comes to Trier to make peace, and her gesture is answered with rioting.
Panzerworks did not take kindly to our efforts to open their eyes to the harm they are causing the Earth.
What can we do? I worry for the safety of Her Holiness.
Have faith. This must be part of some greater order we cannot yet see.
Not now, friend. We are discussing the crisis. The Panzerworks factory has erupted into a riot and the violence is spreading.
I just kept one of your fellow Seekers from getting killed by a couple of thugs.
Thank you for your bravery and kindness. We're all in danger now. Panzerworks has erupted into a riot just as Her Holiness arrived in Trier to try to soothe tensions between our church members and the factory's workers.
The WTO and Order have long been at odds. Why the sudden flare-up in Trier?
We've been trying to persuade Panzerworks to stop polluting this region and restore to nature what is rightfully hers.
But don't the locals depend on the factory for jobs?
We can have jobs and sustainability at the same time. We tried to make this point in our peaceful protests, according to Luminon Saman's orders.
Didn't these protests end up shutting down the factory several times?
Some machines were damaged, but no living beings were harmed.
Still, vandalism's a crime, right?
Only if preceded by an impure motivation. However, since Saman's tactics were not working, Her Holiness came to Trier to try and reach some form of truce. Now we have no idea where she is.
Really? Maybe I should look into this.
Meanwhile, we have been accused of theft, which is ridiculous.
We were only following Luminon Saman's directives. We had no idea it would come to this.
We are working to protect the Earth. We have no interest in materials or money.
It is true. We have damaged Panzerworks equipment, but we have never hurt any living being nor stolen from them.
If they would only open their eyes.
What could we possibly want to take from that abominable factory? We detest what their industry does to the land.
We never hurt anyone, just the machines.
I hope Her Holiness is safe.
It's Panzerworks that started the rioting.
It is true. We have damaged Panzerworks equipment, but we have never hurt any living being nor stolen from them.
Her Holiness came to Trier to settle this peacefully.
What could we possibly want to take from that abominable factory? We detest what their industry does to the land.
I'm proud I did what I could to stop that factory from polluting the Earth, but I'm not a thief.
We were only following Luminon Saman's directives. We had no idea it would come to this.
The Nine Worlds is a no-weapon zone, strictly enforced since the riots.
So you want me to disarm in the middle of a war zone?
No, you've just got to consent to the standard deactivation procedure before entry. I'll transmit the encrypted safety lock bytecode, which will effectively freeze all your weapons. Sensors at the exit will automatically reactivate everything you're carrying when you leave.
Here you go.
Thanks for your cooperation. Come on in.
Time again for a talk bullet! In the bullseye today, Chairman Dumier of the WTO. Welcome, Chairman. I admire what you've done for the world community.
Hi, Brent.
You've proven once and for all that a sound economic infrastructure establishes confidence, trust, and a good life for everyone. Why demean yourself by negotiating with a religious cult?
Well, Her Holiness is a woman who...
I'm embarrassed for you, Chairman. Seriously, you're kneeling before con artists. I'm turning red. Look at me. I'm turning red just thinking about it.
I'm a diplomat, Brent. Her Holiness and I...
Take my advice and call the whole thing off. Encourage them, and you just make the church into a bigger problem. Mark my words. I'm afraid that's all the time we have. A pleasure, as always. This has been another Talk Bullet!
A member of the Order. Are you at the summit?
Certainly not. I live here in Trier. Seekers here don't care very much for this notion of a summit.
Why not?
We have heard Luminon Saman's call for a return to Scripture. In this shard, we read the Scripture, the original word of Her Holiness. Not what she says for the camera today, or tomorrow, or 2 weeks ago.
What's the difference?
What's the difference? That's exactly the attitude that opens the door to tyranny in a free state. Remembering only what was said on the last talk show. What's the value of a free press when attention spans are so short?
I was just curious about the summit. Sorry to interrupt.
Her Holiness and Chairman Dumier are making a business deal. It may bring money, it may bring power, but it won't bring balance into the lives of ordinary people. If Her Holiness thinks she can put us all into a great pre-collapse wealth-making machine, she must think she's a god. Saman understands that the human body is no machine. The lesson of the collapse is that we need to learn to live as human beings. An economic system designed for millions of people soon begins to live for its own sake. Social machinery is no less harmful to the human organism than biomodification, cybernetics, nanite plagues, and the other modern evils rightfully denounced by Lumina and Saman. Enough talk. It only makes me angry.
Sid Black, how'd you end up in Trier?
This way and that. Thought I could catch some business when the summit breaks up. Seen the sights yet? Don't mind doing local hops in between stock beer.
How much?
Any hops during the next 24 hours, just 50% more than the going rate for one hop. You can't beat that in this market.
I'll let you know.
Onward, elder soldiers.
Stop that! See anybody laughing? Maybe it's not funny. Stop that!
How is it going?
May you be shielded from chaos.
Local hops, all your...
I'll let you know.
Strangers welcome. Just don't make any speeches. Ever since the strike at Panzerwerks, people have been treating my business as their own private amphitheater. A lot of pretty phrases flying around, but it's all about one thing. Money. The hypocrisy is suffocating. The rich drone on about opportunity and growth. The poor pawed little scraps of propaganda. In most order, balance. Cheetah, cheetah, cheetah. What a farce. Everybody just wants an easy life. Who can argue with that? This summit is just a giant photo op for certain personalities. Strangers welcome. Just don't make any speeches.
I came here hoping to relax.
Alex D., you're the last one to arrive. I suppose that, like the others, you're after my laboratory in the gateway to JC Dental.
Your Tracer Tong. Dr.
Some days they will live.
You